Hey, 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 good people. It's Coach Jamie, your happiness coach, with another lifestyle success session and special guest. Gotta stop my timer there. All right, so we're about to get into it. Instagram is letting you know that I'm here, and my guest is going to be showing up shortly, so hang out. You know, there's going to be a giveaway at the end. We always have a good time, so I'm excited to get into it. And there she is. So hang with us. Won't be forever before you, but we're going to be long enough to give you some good content. She's going to drop some gems, and so let's get into it. As always, I will do an intro of myself and then let my guests introduce themselves because, you know, you should be your number one cheerleader. You can do the best job. So, let me just get, hey, Kendéll.
Hey! I'm trying to reach the lights. How are you?
Good, good, good. It is good to see you as always.
Yes.
So I'm
What's up?
all right. So I'm gonna do my intro, let the My Piece of Happy community know what's going on in our space, and then I'm gonna let you big up yourself, let people know who you are, and we're gonna get right into it. So
Sounds good.
I am Jamie Watkins. For those of you who are seeing the replay and don't know who I am a life coach, speaker, new author, and podcaster, entrepreneur, mom, wife, all the good stuff, right? Also a perfectionist, working on that, control freak, you know, right? So all the good stuff and some stuff, you know, that I'm a work in progress, and that's okay because we all have our things. So I'm going to get into some peace and happy today with Kendéll Lenice, and she's going to introduce herself. Hello, good people joining. Introduce herself and let us know now and remind you at the end where we can connect with her. Kendéll.
Hey. Oh, so I'm introducing myself.
Yes, because I said, you know, I like doing that with my guests. You should be your biggest cheerleader, so nobody's going to do it like you can. So let us know.
Absolutely. I am Kendéll Lenice. I go by the Remix Coach. I'm a transformational life coach, speaker, author, podcaster, talk show host. Everything I do is to educate, elevate, and entertain. And we're pitching everything later, but that's what I am. And I'm also a colon cancer survivor, so I'm an advocate for that. And I go around speaking and educating people about colon cancer, which I'm so passionate about. So that is I.
Yes, and praise God for that. A colon cancer survivor. So yes. All right, let me
Hi,
move
Jamie.
this.
It's a pleasure to be here with you on this
welcome.
side. It's always
yes.
weird. And welcome
to this space. And thank you so much. Kendéll has had me on panels and as her guest. And so it is an honor to share this space, my space here, My Piece of Happy with you. And so thank you. I see people joining. Hey, good people. Hey, Dalika. And so we're going to get into it. I have some questions, but pretty much this is your thing as much as it is mine. Peace and happy. So I was like, okay, this is a perfect combo. But when I say that, creating peace and happy. That's the topic.
Can I lay back and get comfortable? Can I get comfortable?
Yes, get comfortable.
Okay. Because I'm the guest now, so I can just be like, hey.
Yes. Get comfortable. So creating peace and happy is our topic that we're talking about for this lifestyle success session. And we are going to do a giveaway at the end. So if you are on, hang out with us. What does each of those words mean to you? Peace and then happy.
Which one do I want to start with? Peace, because, you know, I'm all for getting that internal peace, that peace where you can't be shaken or moved. So when I think about peace, that's what I think about. I think that ultimate place where you can't be shaken or moved by anybody or anything. Like you have that within, and it radiates outwardly, meaning that no one can knock you off of that square, not even you, you know. You have
Right.
that place where you're not going to get rattled or shaken no matter what's happened or happening. So when I
Mm-hmm.
think of peace, I think of that ultimate stillness, if you will. And with
Mm-hmm.
happiness, I think just pure joy, the happiness from the root. Like we are our tree, you know, and then I always talk about we have branches, but that
Mm-hmm.
happiness is that foundation. Again, just like peace, it's something that you have for yourself, and no one can remove that peace.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in a place in life when it comes to peace and happiness that I want to protect both at all costs. And I don't want
Yes.
anyone in my space, personally, professionally, or otherwise, if they're not going to bring or add to my peace or add to my happiness. So I think both, when
Yes.
you said we're talking about creating peace, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and creating happiness and what that looks like at this age and stage at 50 years old, like that's, it's very sacred.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas maybe in younger years, you will compromise your happiness for someone, or you will compromise your peace for someone or
Mm-hmm.
something, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really firmly set in not allowing anyone, even me, to
Mm-hmm.
disrupt my peace or my happiness. So I know
Yes, I
that was
love
kind of the
that.
long answer.
No, it's perfect. You actually answered two because I was going to ask, what do you do to protect those? Like, okay, that's what it means to you. So protect, like you said, at all costs, right? One of my coaches would say, protect your peace like the gates of, like, at all costs, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
yes,
And it's
yes,
not
good people.
easy always.
You heard her right. She said 50. So, I mean, amazing in itself because you know you don't look. I don't know what 50 looks like, but just doesn't look. It looks good on you. Let's say that.
Oh,
And
thank
so,
you. Thank
I love
you.
that you said the root at the root, like the core, the foundation. I think foundation,
Yeah,
solid, all of that in root. So I like that choice of words
yeah.
there with that. And so you did answer with how do you protect it? Because I was going to say, what's one way that you protect that? And it's cultivating your circle, it sounds like, not letting
Yeah,
outside influences or even yourself, right? Because we can get in our way,
yeah, yeah.
deter
And
you
even
from,
family, like that's the part
yes.
that people don't understand. And that's the part that I had to do. Now, if I told, you know, people I had to do it, even with my mom,
Mm-hmm.
even with my dad, at times, he passed away a year and a half ago. I had to
Okay.
do that with, you know, family members because man, when you talk about peace and you talk about happiness, you have to look at it as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
You have to ask yourself, and I posted something the other day, like everybody's talking about, yeah, I got to keep my peace at all costs. But then you have to look at you. And if I
Mm-hmm.
enter a room, am I bringing peace? Am I
Right.
bringing happiness? And people
Right.
don't talk about like how sometimes your spirit or your energy, you could say all
Mm-hmm.
day that you're bringing peace,
Hey,
right?
Leroy.
But then,
Mm-hmm.
hey, Leroy, brother. But you can say that, right? But
Right.
then you have to check yourself sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going through this thing with, you know, with my family, and well, not even going through it anymore. Because I've decided to not get in anything with anybody, meaning,
Mm-hmm.
so hey, can you talk to, I know you're a life coach or you're this, or you know, you need to talk to this one, can you tell
Mm-hmm.
this one how I feel, can you tell that one, can that tell, because what was happening, it wasn't peaceful
Mm-hmm.
because my name was all in it. Well,
Right.
Kendéll said, you get what I'm saying, even if
Right.
you're trying to assist and help. So I say all that to say you can have the right idea on what peace looks like to you, but everybody doesn't have the same definition. So if you find
Mm-hmm.
yourself in spaces, even sometimes with your family members, you have
Mm-hmm.
to remove yourself, whether it's temporarily or permanently, and it's up to you and how they receive it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But when at all costs, that's literally what I mean. And sometimes it's your own mama,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
no disrespect.
No, not at all. It's actually honoring and respecting your choice, right?
Yeah.
To protect and maintain your peace. So you're just in my head because you know we're here. Because the third one was, can you think of a time where you didn't feel at peace? And how did you navigate that? And that was a perfect example when, with the back and forth and putting your name in the middle. But if you have another one, another example you can share, that would be great. And I just want to tap into just call that out, that's a boundary you set there. And
And it was hard.
yeah, it's hard, right? It is hard
It's hard,
sometimes.
especially if it's your family members. And like I said, I'm 50 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And for years, years, I didn't live my complete truth and didn't really. Now I voiced my opinion always. I said what I felt, but at the same time, I didn't protect my peace. A lot of times, because you think if this is your friend, if this is your family member, if this is your whatever, then sometimes you put what they feel or what they think before you, because you want to do the right thing, or you want to honor this person or that person. But I always ask, do you love the other person more than you love yourself? And when you look at it like that, it's like, absolutely not. So, I can think of quite a few times where my peace was compromised. And I can think of a few times where I brought the ruckus and not the peace, over the years, because everybody's perception is different, right? So you might think that you're bringing the truth, but you might be bringing chaos. So it's all on how you shape it and how you approach it and who you're speaking to. Because if you're dealing with people that you allow to do certain things, and then when you put your foot down, then you're this or you're that. You get what I'm saying? So to avoid that, a lot of people just like, you know what, I'm just going to keep it. But my piece is not answering the phone when I see 5 or 6 family members calling. Something is going on. Nobody died, but it's someone. Can you talk to this? And I'm like, no, I protect my peace by letting it go to voicemail. And if it's an emergency, then they'll leave a voicemail or they'll send a text. I had to do that for my sanity. And it's important to do that. Many people don't do that because they put other people's needs before theirs, and that's when the peace
you
can
lose
go
that
left.
peace, and you can't maintain that joy.
No.
Yes. And so in that example and in what you shared, thank you so much value. I just want to pick apart some things to call out. And in addition to
And I'm
boundaries
talking in
now,
a circle because I don't want to put people out there. So I'm trying to choose
oh
my
no,
words. So I apologize if it's choppy.
No,
But
it's all good. It's all
Okay.
good. I just want to call out for anybody watching the replay, watching now or listening, to make notes, jot this down for yourself, because in addition to boundaries, now you've told us, right, with regards to peace creating, because that's what this is about. How do you create it, right? This is for the person that's like, yeah, how do I create peace and happy for myself? And I know for everybody that's like, happiness, my piece of happy is the brand. Okay. That's why I keep saying that. So for peace and happy, we have boundaries, right? So we have boundaries. And I like that you said sometimes you brought the ruckus, right?
Yeah.
And so for me, that's self-awareness. That's now, right? You're like, okay, wait a minute. Let me reflect on what I did and what I can adjust, right, to maintain or establish peace and happy in my life. And so in addition to boundaries, there's a self-awareness that you have to have, because it's not enough to say, like you said, right? That's the popular saying, oh, I'm protecting my peace. But are you bringing, right, that the peace you're protecting yourself from, are you bringing that situation? Are you the one making phone call after phone call to this one and that one? Not that that was your case,
and how
but
are you showing up to the room? Like, how are you walking into the
your
room?
energy,
How was your energy?
Yes, there you go. Yes.
Because you could have got
So,
off the phone and had a bad phone call, or something could have just happened, and you're somewhere else. And then the minute somebody says something, then you might be popping off, or you might just look like you got an attitude, whatever it is. So you can't expect something that you're not willing to give. So that's where when
Absolutely.
you said self-awareness, that's where that comes in,
Yes.
to check your piece before you walk into a room.
Yes, I love that. So important to call out. So yes, definitely boundaries, self-awareness, check yourself, and then advice. So now I'm watching this, I'm like, that's great, boundaries, self-awareness, but it's just so much chaos, right? I don't have this peace. I don't have this happy. Where can I start? Simple yet significant, practical application kind of. And you're a life coach just like me. So where would you start them?
If someone asks for, like, how do they, well, first,
Like,
how do
yeah,
they get their peace?
if right
Well, I mean,
now I'm
first,
like, that sound like I'm watching this, and so far I've heard boundaries and self-awareness, and that sounds good, but I'm so much not at peace. I'm in a different place. Where do I even start to try to get there?
my journal, my journal.
Yes. I mean, I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Right? That's
I got
what I
it
was
ready.
like. Ooh, I was like,
Don't
should I
hesitate.
plug it now?
Don't.
But that's where I would have them start. I would have them start at my personal journey of peace, a 30-day guided journal. There it is. I would have them there seriously, because, and I'm not just saying that. Honestly, if I didn't write the book, I would say start there, because everybody wants to get peace for the first time, or reclaim their peace. And especially
Mm-hmm.
everything that's going on, in this world. As a life coach, I'm huge on doing your work. Your
Yes.
self-work is so important, because as a life coach, I'm here to cheer you on. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to challenge you. I'm here to hold your feet to the fire and to hold you accountable. But at
Mm-hmm.
the end of the day, I'm not my client, right?
Right.
So my client has to do their self-work. So I
Mm-hmm.
honestly would say start with that guided journal. And a guided journal means I guide you through it. I have prompts for you. I have
Mm-hmm.
different chapters to teach you different things to help you discover and find your peace.
Mm-hmm.
Because people often think peace is this mystical thing that you have to, I'm a meditation practitioner also, but people think that peace has to be, and that's
Right.
how you find peace. Peace can be decluttering your house. Peace could be calling your funniest friend. Peace could be doing acts of service for somebody. Whatever peace looks like to you. Peace
Mm-hmm.
could be sitting in a room with the lights off, quiet for 2 minutes, 5 minutes. So
Right.
everybody's peace range and what peace means to them is different.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people say peace to me is being at a basketball game with a whole bunch of people there, where
Right.
someone's like,
Right.
how can peace be there with all of that noise?
But if
But
that's their
that's
thing.
peaceful. Right,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I would actually just tell them to start with my journal, because I purposely made that journal for people to have their personal journey of peace. It started because I did a video series, a 10-day, my personal journey of peace. And I was doing
Mm-hmm.
video vlogs and showing people what to do and things that they can do. And then it turns into the workbook.
Mm-hmm.
And I made it specifically for that reason, to be big and to be bold and to have like the old school workbooks where you can stretch it out, because oftentimes when you get
I'm
done with
waiting
a
to get to
workbook,
day one because I love that it
yes,
starts with gratitude.
yes,
By the
yes,
way, this
but
is the giveaway. So I was waiting for you to say it.
but it's so funny, because you know how when you get a journal or a workbook, it's so small, you can barely write in the little lines. And
Mm-hmm.
I like it spread out. You can move everything off the table, desk, outside, wherever you do it, and just really go through it. And
Mm-hmm.
it's fun, but it will challenge you. It'll make you think back. It'll make you connect the dots, and
Yes.
it'll hold you accountable. I even have, with all of my books, I do a self contract. So somewhere in there, it will be a self contract to hold yourself accountable. So start with the book. That's where I would
Yes.
start if they're trying to
Yes.
find
I
their
love
peace.
it. I love it. Yes. So someone who hangs on with us, before we wrap up, we are going to do a giveaway, and I will get that shipped to you.
Yay!
Yes, yes, yes. So in addition to, now we're started, right? You have the advice. You oh, we're gonna do the giveaway. So peace, happy, you have it, you're maintaining it. How, like, okay, yes, boundaries, but what is something like gratitude, right? For me, gratitude is a
Mm-hmm.
daily
Mm-hmm.
practice because we know as much as we try, outside things are going to come at us, right? Things beyond our
Mm-hmm.
control. And those are those questions I get like, okay, well, you can't be happy all the time, or you can't be peaceful all the time because what if this or what if that? And I think the pandemic was about as wild as you could imagine as far as disturbing someone's peace or happy. How did you navigate your peace and happy when that happened? When we like shut down?
Well, I actually enjoyed the shutdown. I
Me too. Like,
actually enjoyed the piece. I'm probably the weirdo, but I actually enjoyed it. I really, really, really did, because it was a time for God to still us all, right?
mm-hmm.
And to really get to what's important and the bottom line of things. And the bottom line
Yes.
of things is, if you can't go nowhere, if you can't do nothing, if you can't go over someone's house, if you can't be in somebody's face, who do you have? You have
Mm-hmm.
yourself. So
Yes.
sometimes, and as you saw, that it didn't matter if you were a millionaire or if you were less than, if you were less fortunate than others. We were all in the same boat. Yes, some might have had a pool that they could jump into at their mansion, but ultimately they couldn't interact with anybody other than who was in their house. They couldn't go on the vacation, the $1 million vacation or cruise. They had to be just like the person who did not have anything but
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
themselves. So you have to find a way to have your happiness and peace
Yes.
when nothing else is happening or popping, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I found that what I was, I love creating content. I was
Mm-hmm.
creating. I was meditating. I was doing free virtual meditation classes for people to get them
Ooh.
centered, because so many people were frazzled. Even though I was out of work, I was still in peace.
Yes.
When I
Yes.
got my colon cancer diagnosis, I was in
Mm.
peace.
Mm.
When
Mm.
I lost my job in March of 2020, I do
Mm.
coaching and I do so many different things, but I also ran a nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
I still had peace. You get
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So
Yes.
when
Yes.
you have peace and you know how to regulate peace within you, and you know how to go back to that, no matter
Mm-hmm.
what's happening, you can find
That.
that peace. So I was helping other people, and I get peace in that, helping other people find
Yes.
their peace and find their true joy and happiness, because everything was stripped away.
I love that.
So if you could still be happy within a pandemic,
Within
if you can
yourself.
still have peace within yourself, it
Yes.
doesn't matter who's around, because that's
Mm-hmm.
how people hide and masquerade fake peace. Before we wore
Mm-hmm.
masks, now it's just mask on top of mask. But
Right.
people wore
Right.
masks, and people, found joy in other people, or going to this person's house or that person's house, or going to this concert or that, and because they didn't want to be alone, because the ultimate peace is being able to be with you
Yes.
in everything that you are, and start from
Mm-hmm.
your feet on up to the top of your head to say, okay, what do I need to do to bring myself peace? I can't blame this person or that person, or
Right.
they didn't love me
Right.
enough, or they didn't do this enough, or they didn't, whatever they didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
It turns it back on you to say, okay, this is my temple, and
Right.
ultimately, I'm responsible for my peace and happy. Other people come and assist, other people
Mm-hmm.
come and deposit, but ultimately, you have to have something there first. It has to be some sort of baseline. So during the
Yes.
pandemic, I was a-okay. I was a-okay. I really, really
Yes.
was.
Good deal. Now you mentioned meditation, and we're just about at our 30 minutes. I want to leave room to do the
That went
giveaway because I
fast.
want somebody to get their hands on this, my piece, my personal
Yay!
journey of peace. But can you do, if it's possible, like a 2 minute or walk us through a meditation?
Absolutely. Okay, so with meditation, first of all, meditation is just still. And let me debunk the myth right now. You can pray and meditate. Meditation is all through the Bible, right? So
Yes.
people automatically think Buddha. People think
Mhm.
so many different things. So I like to debunk that myth, first of all, when it comes to
Yes.
meditating. Meditating is being still and finding stillness, which brings that peace, which brings that happiness, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so many people say that they can't still their minds. I got too much going on. And before I started meditating, I was one of those people that said that before, like, how can I shut this brain off? My brain runs a mile a
Right.
minute. I got to do this, got to do that. I'm thinking about all
Mm-hmm.
of this stuff. How do you shut your brain off? So I get it when people say that, but that's a train. It's meditation practice. It's not
Yes.
meditation perfection. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not something that you have to get right. It's something that you daily, you practice it, whether it's 1 minute, 5 minutes, going
Mm-hmm.
up to 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. And a lot of people out there might think that they can't, but it really is about stillness. It's
Mm-hmm.
about breaths and breathing and really getting to what's important. Like I was getting a root canal, honey, and I was in there meditating. They said, "Do you want to
I
listen to
know,
music?"
for real.
And I said, "No." And I was sitting there, I closed my eyes, honey. I was in Tulum.
Yes. When I used to work out, used to regularly, I would meditate because that helped me
Hi,
hold my planks.
Tanisha.
That helped whenever it was pain. Like,
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm in Paris. Like, I'm holding that plank. Like, I'm not even here right now. Like,
yeah,
so, and it
yeah,
really did help.
absolutely. So if you want, we can definitely meditate right now, but it does help.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to have on yoga pants. You don't
Right.
have to, or I need to sit on the floor Indian style or in the lotus
Mm-hmm.
position and all of that. I'm sitting in a chair and you can meditate wherever you are. You can have on work clothes, jogging clothes, gym clothes, whatever you want to have
Mm-hmm.
on. So I first wanted to just debunk all of that. So I like to
Yes.
take my clients
That's good.
often when everything was going on. I like to take them on a meditation vacation
Vacation.
and
Yay.
breathing. And it's so funny because after every life coaching session I do with my clients, I do meditation for a lot of them. I can't say all of them, it depends on what's needed for that client. And even
Mm-hmm.
1 minute, you'll be surprised how long and how effective just 1 minute is. So what I would do first is just close your eyes, and I just want you to lower your shoulders, loosen your jaws, and I want you to pay attention to your regular breaths. And that's a way to show gratitude. You're breathing, you're here. Just a simple breath. And if you don't stay still long enough, you won't even notice that you're breathing. So just take a moment to pay attention to your natural breath. Now I want you to take a deep breath. Inhale, hold it, hold it, hold it. Exhale. I want you to inhale all the negative things that people may say about you, your trauma, your past, the old you, and I want you to inhale it and hold it, celebrate it because it made you who you are. Now release it. Release the negative talk that you tell yourself. Release your past and just sit in gratitude. Give thanks to everything that you've been through. Give honor to God and respect to yourself. I want you to take a breath in, exhale, inhale, exhale. I want you to make sure your shoulders are lowered and you loosen your jaw. And silently say, the peace is within me. I bring about my own happiness. I want you to turn your head to the left and hold it. Stretch your neck out. Move your head to the right. Stretch your neck. Hold it. I want you to lift your arms to the sky. And I want you to give thanks. And slowly bring them down on your lap. And repeat silently, I bring about my own happiness. And I create my own peace. And before we end, I want you just to breathe your normal breaths for 20 seconds. Let's start now. Okay, open your eyes. And that's a way that you can bring yourself peace. If you're hyped, if someone does something, if you feel frazzled, that's a way you can just bring yourself back. And I think that was only about not even 5 minutes.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yes, I love that.
That was just spontaneous. I didn't know you were going to ask me to do that.
Well, thank you for being flexible and open. Let me know in the comments if you participated in that. Let me know how you feel. Write peace, write happy. One of those, drop one of those if that helped you. Let us know you're still with us. And then we're going to get into this giveaway so that you can get a copy. All right. So now we have 4 people on.
I feel so relaxed now.
I know. I'm like, that shoulder thing. I carry all my stress here. They're usually you know. So,
yeah.
Yes.
And I just ran ran downstairs to my little studio and I was like, whew. I didn't, so breathing, people don't know the significance of breathing. If that's a way to create the happiness, because so many people complain about what they don't have, and complain about what's not going right. And they forget that they're breathing.
Yes.
Like that's a thing, people, especially with COVID and being upper respiratory, people are not breathing on their own. So just breathing is power.
Yes. It looks like one person is on right now, but I'm going to give out, in case I'm missing somebody, drop a number. It looks like it. Drop a number between 1 and 5. Oh, sorry. I got to put it up. I'm taping this here because that's the number. So drop a number between 1 and 5. The person that gets the number or closest to the number going up will get this. And then all you have to do is, let me see, drop a number between 1 and 5. And I'm
buying your book next week, by the way.
Oh, yay.
I had I'm definitely supporting you with that. And I'm so proud of you. I really, really am. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Watching you. Oh, we have a number 2.
All right. All right.
I
And
think
so
they should
I'm
get
going,
it because they meditated and
yes,
they were
I mean,
here and they followed
participated.
instructions.
I'm going to count down from 5 to 1. And then that's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My number was 3. so, so there you go. If you can, and thank you for connecting. I see you followed me. If you can do me a big favor and send me your name, DM me, don't put it here, but DM me your name and address, and I will get this shipped out to you.
Yay! And you have
Yes.
to, if you don't follow me, make sure you follow me and tell me how you
Yes,
like the workbook, the journal.
definitely. And again, so now before we wrap up, I want Kendéll to tell everyone listening, including everyone on here now watching the replay, where you can connect with her, what the latest and greatest is you have going on in your space so that we can get engaged, and yeah, all the goods.
Yes, well, you
You
can
are most
follow me.
welcome.
Okay, thank you. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Kendéll Lenice. You know, I am on Twitter, Instagram, as you know, Facebook, y'all, TikTok. They got me at over 33,000 followers. So I'm over there,
Yes.
you know, acting, you know, just free and peaceful and happy over there. So definitely check me out over there. If you're interested in getting a free life coaching consultation and you want to sign on with me as a life coach, you can go to livingtruelivingyou.com. You can also check me out at KendellLenice.com. Jamie is holding my latest book. I'm so proud of that. I'm in the process of writing one about healing. Yes. So that's my personal journey of peace, a 30-day guided journal. I gave you 4 extra days, so it's really 34 days there. And you can do your self work. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to have a good
Yeah.
time. It's going to make
It's
you
packed
think
with
back.
goodness.
Yeah. It's going to make you think back to see when certain things started and how you lost your peace or if you never had it in the first place. But I'm big on holding you accountable for you and doing your self work. I'm also praying for a space to have my organization be healed because I'm so big on growth and healing and freedom and also
Yes.
wellness. So that's what I'm working on right now. And social media
Awesome.
platforms, you see what I'm about. It's about the same on every platform. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you get to join
Yes,
me on
that's
there
where she
and
has
some other
all these,
programming.
I mean, conversations, courageous conversations, dope conversations. So definitely connect, check her out. Everyone from My Piece of Happy, definitely engage, support, follow, subscribe, like, whatever platform, however it applies. Get your hands on the journal, do the work, and stay connected. So here at My Piece of Happy, thank
And
you
get your
for,
colonoscopies.
yes, yes. Take care of these bodies. It's the only one we get. It's the only
Yeah.
one we get. Take care of your body and listen to it. Listen to it. So stay connected. That's all for me. If you're not already connected to My Piece of Happy, if you joined from Kendell's, then definitely see what we have going on in this space. And thank you, as always, Kendell. You're always a pleasure, and it's an honor again to share this space with you. I will be joining you, meeting you at the throne, praying for that space to come to manifest and for
Thank
it to be,
you.
I mean, I want somebody to just be like, here it is. So,
Girl, that's what I'm praying for. You better
yes,
speak that. Look, I got a
yes.
building. I'm not using this building because real quick, as a life coach, I want to have life coaching. I want to have meditation. I want
Mm-hmm.
to have detoxifying massages. I want to have
Yes.
wellness. I have wellness drinks that I make and I
Mm-hmm.
sell like wellness shots. I'm going to have that because it's all about healing and
Mm-hmm.
healing from the inside out. I want it to be tranquil, a place where people can come to sit in a quiet room if they want peace during their lunch break, after work, before work. So I have this
Yes.
whole idea and this whole vision, and it's Be Happy Bees, because bees
BEE.
stand for brightness and community and personal power. And when you think
Mhm.
about women, the colony doesn't even move if the queen bee is not there. So it's so many
Right.
different meanings for, so it's be healed in that way. So I'm claiming that
Yes,
too, Jamie. I'm
yes,
claiming
yes,
the building. Somebody gonna be
yes.
like, I got this building in Maryland. Here
Right. I'm
it
not
is.
using it. It's yours. Don't worry about it. Just yes, yes, yes. All right. I will be
Yep.
standing in agreement with you on that.
Thank
And thank you,
you.
everyone. Smile
Thank
often, laugh
you.
hard, love more, and live your life with purpose. Peace.
Yes. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you so much for having me on.
You are
And of
most
course,
welcome.
we're gonna be doing 20 more shows together. So
Exactly. Exactly. Yes, have a good
bye.
evening. Send me that
You
info.
too.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Jamie. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hey, George. I ain't long time no see. Even though I still don't see you, but your picture. But hey. Bye.
Bye.